Hello and welcome to the Brandon Smith Rugby channel, and it's that time of the week. Again, it's time to look back at the action from the Six Nations and pick my best 15 players who make my dream team. First of all, before we get into this team, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. It means the absolute world. The community here is really growing and coming together. If you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, it's free to do. Join the family and get your thoughts in on this team in the comments down below. Let's crack on with the team. So starting out fullback, we're going to go with Hugo Keenan of Ireland. Ireland, of course, beat the Italians in Rome on Saturday. They managed to get a big win there, didn't they? And Hugo Keenan goes into my team. For me, played for Ireland for the whole game. 80 minutes he played, 1 try, 66 metres, made 7 carries and 7 broken tackles. Showed that when he gets the ball in space, he is very, very creative and very much able to beat defenders for fun. So Hugo Keenan starts at 15 in my team. Moving on to the next player, and this player has been in my team every single game week so far. It's Louis Rees-Zammit. Now, over the past 2 rounds, he's been known for what he's been doing going forward, but I really want to focus on the work he puts in defensively in this game. Of course, his trial was a little controversial. We're not going to get into that, but he had a quiet week compared to the last 2 weeks. But if you look at his defensive stats, what a performance from him. 5 tackles, 0 missed tackles. Now, for a winger who is known for his speed and for his stepping ability, not someone you'd associate with defensive awareness and defensive ability, it shows a maturity beyond his years, that he's completing these tackles, that he's in the right place at the right time to make these tackles. I've been so impressed with him. His understanding of the game is incredible. And at only 20 years old, he's only going to get better. Let's take a look then at the centres, and I've gone with 2 Irish centres because for me they were the standout performers for Ireland as they smashed the Italians. First off, the number 13 jersey is Gary Ringrose. For me, the best player on the pitch against the Italians. The centre was absolutely brilliant. Once again, 80 metres played, same as Hugo Keenan. 1 try, 1 try assist, 100 metres made in 10 carries. That is quite incredible from him. And he's been getting back into form over the course of this Six Nations, though he played really well against Wales. And then against France, once again, put in a decent performance. But against the Italians, he really had the license to play. And I thought he was fantastic throughout the game. Picked brilliant lines and took his try brilliantly as well. Alongside Gary Ringrose, then we have Robbie Henshaw. Robbie Henshaw kind of is the defensive plug for Ringrose. He really allows Ringrose to have the freedom to go and play, and his stats certainly back that up once again this week. He really stood out for Ireland defensively. 13 tackles, only missed the 1, so with a 93 tackle success rate. And out of those 13 tackles, 7 of those tackles were dominant ones. So he's really pushing the Italian attack back, and Italy just couldn't get through this Irish attack, could they? They had some really nice build-up play, but in the end, this Irish defence just stood firm and stood strong, and Henshaw was critical to that. Let's take a look then at the other winger in this team, and leaving Ireland and coming over to Wales now, I've decided to go with Josh Adams. I didn't feel like anyone particularly stood out in the number 11 jersey this weekend. Of course, he got his try in controversial circumstances, but his all-round play is just class, in my opinion, and he has been such a consistent performer for Wales, and so that's why he goes into my team. At 10's a really interesting one, someone that I was very unsure about putting in, but I've decided to put him in anyway. I don't feel like any 10 particularly stood out, but I put Paolo Garbisi in the team. Him at 10 and Stephen Varney, who unfortunately was injured before the game, looked like a really exciting halfback pairing who have a connection, who have an understanding. And I think if Garbisi can get his kicking game sorted, he could be a really, really good fly half. His stats don't look too bad at all. 80 minutes played, 1 try, 1 try assist, kicked all his kicks. And again, that is something very important for any international fly half to do, to ensure that his kick success is right up there. Then starting out scrum half, and someone who I've spoken a lot about on the channel here, someone who I actually didn't think should even be near the Wales squad when the squad was announced, is Kieran Hoddy. And how wrong was I about this guy? Came in, started in this game, which maybe was a little bit of a surprise to some people, over Gareth Davis. He was incredible. He sped the game up so well. His link up with Dan Biggin and Sheedy, who came on later, was absolutely brilliant. So good during the game, and really good awareness for his try. He saw the moment, took it, backed himself, dived a little bit early, but got there in the end. And what a performance from him. And if Thomas Williams isn't fit, for that France game. Of course, we'll see some rotation for the Italy game, you imagine. But if Thomas Williams isn't fit for that France game, I think Kieran Hardy's got the shirt. Let's take a look at the forwards then. Before we get to them, if you've not yet subscribed, do hit that subscribe button. It's free to do. Join the family here of over 1,000 people who love rugby. So be sure to subscribe and let me know your thoughts on the team so far in the comments down below. Let's take a look at the forwards then. So starting at 8, I have got Tanupe Faletau, won man of the match in this game, and the guy was everywhere. He was absolutely everywhere and actually had a lot of ball in hand, which was good to see. Let's take a look at his stats. 80 minutes played, 112 meters made, 18 carries and 14 tackles. And you'd have to say that this guy has struggled for form over the past few years, but certainly this season for Bath, in a really difficult season for them, he stood up, he's counted, and for Wales, it looks like he's getting close back to his best once again with the Lions tour potentially on the horizon. Is he pushing for that number 8 shirt? In the number 7 jersey, as a battle, was Justin Tipper going to get there? But in the end, I went with Will Connors, who on the day against the Italians got 2 tries. And for forward, that's pretty good. But also making 14 tackles with 100% tackle success rate. He has to go in. The stats don't lie. Really, really impressive performance from him. And I'm excited to see how he goes over the course of the tournament. Let me know, Ireland fans, what changes would you make for your next game against the Scots? In the number 6 jersey, then, we're staying with the men in green. It's Tad Byrne who won the man of the match in this game. And this guy is just class, isn't he? He's such a brilliant player. Someone who really exemplifies professionalism for me, was around the park, making tackles, breaking tackles, and his link up between the backs and the forwards, once again, was brilliant. So Tad Byrne goes into the team for me. Heading into the locks then, and there can only be one player in this position. In the number 5 jersey, it's Aaron Wynne-Jones. What a guy. On the pitch, incredible once again. He seems to be getting better with age. He had a bit of a bumpy time last year, but he's back with a bang, and he leads with such example, with such professionalism. The players absolutely follow him into battle. And after the game, you may have seen the pictures during the rounds on social media. He helped to clear up after the game. And I know that doesn't affect whether you make the team or not, but what a gentleman. The fact that although you've just celebrated winning Triple Crown, all you want to do is celebrate with the boys. You're there clearing up, and that is a sign of a true gentleman, and that is what's great about the game of rugby. In the number 4 jersey then, I've gone with Adam Beard. Now, Adam Beard is someone who's taken a lot of criticism over the past couple of years. Last year for the Ospreys was a really tough year for any Ospreys fan, and I know that all too well as an Ospreys fan. And for Wales, he hasn't really stood up, but this week I felt he did. He really took the ball in the line-out. The line-out looked so much better. He carried the ball a little bit as well, and also defensively got a lot more involved. And I think having someone as experienced as Adam Wynne alongside him is only going to benefit him. And he was incredible this weekend. Did a lot of the dirty work that you may not notice, but he put in a heck of a shift, and that's why he's in my team. So the final 3 players, the front row looks like this, and we have 3 Irishmen in there. We have, first of all, Tad Furlong wearing the number 3 jersey, 32 meters made, 7 carries, 1 broken tackle, and 7 tackles made for a prop. Those stats are incredible. He put in a heck of a shift against the Italians. It's difficult to know where teams are at against the Italians. We understand that, but Tad Furlong just has always been class, has struggled with injuries over the years, but he's always been class, and he proved that once again today. Alongside him then in the hooker, the Irish line-out was faultless. The scrum was very strong as well. 100% success rate at the line-outs for Ronan Kelleher, who starts at hooker in my team, and was so good in the open. And the Ireland have always had props who are comfortable with ball in hand, and him and Tad Furlong really epitomise that. And if you can have that connection where the front row are comfortable, when the opportunity is on, they're comfortable to throw a pass out, that really serves the team and helps you to go from that transition from defence into attack. And then the final player we have in the team is Dave Kilcoyne. Ireland, as I said, were very dominant in the scrum. 13 tackles in this match with Dave Kilcoyne with a 100% tackle success rate with 4 dominant tackles as well. He put in a heck of a shift on the day. And do you know what? This Ireland front row looked very, very tasty, and they look very, very powerful. But who's going to be my coach of the weekend? I think it can only be one man, Wayne Pivac. Once again, making the correct substitutions at the correct time, picking the right players for the right moments, and also outsmarting Eddie Jones. What a performance from Wayne Pivac. So there we go. That's my dream team from the weekend, from round 3 of the Six Nations. My word, the tournament is going quickly. As always, make sure to like the video. Put your team down in the comments down below. Let me know, who would you change? Who would you put in? And of course, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you to those who have helped us reach this incredible goal of 1,000 subscribers. I truly appreciate it. And I want to keep bringing you quality content. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take it easy. Stay safe. Keep going, guys. I know it's difficult out there right now, but we have rugby. We have each other, and let's count our blessings. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Peace.